Hi, Kimberly Leving, KimberlyLeving.com, and I teach busy moms how to build a successful home-based business in part-time hours. And in today's video, I'm going to share something that's close to my heart that I have struggled with too, that I know a lot of you mompreneurs out there are likely struggling with, and that is planning your week so that you have the time in your schedule to work your business around your busy family life. And I'm a mom of 3 kids and super busy all the time. And for the first few years in my business, I would try and plan my week. And then if it didn't go well, I would get frustrated, or I try and do blocks of time with the same time every day. I'm going to work my business from this to this time, and that just didn't work because sometimes life would happen, and it was just really hard to stick to that around kids because, quite honestly, our schedule is different every single day. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the exact steps that I take every single week to plan my week. And there is a few steps involved. And at the end, stay till the end because I have a special free resource that I'm going to share with you at the end that's really going to help you in your business. So the first thing I want to ask you, and you may want to write this down, what is it in your home-based business? What activity in your home-based business is it that pays you? So what I like to tell people is 80% of your time should be spent on the money-making activities, and you always pay yourself first. So first things first, of all your things that I'm about to tell you what you need to write down and how to plan your week, you need to figure out what it is that pays you and focus on that. As busy moms, I know how it is. Sometimes we get sidetracked with laundry or, kids, or even cleaning your desk to make everything look beautiful. And although those things you want to feel good about the space you're in, but if we're spending all our time organizing our desk or getting ready to do our business, we're not going to get paid. So that's why I want to say, figure it out. What is it that pays your business? Is it contacting customers? Is it reaching out to people? Is it, are you a crafty person where you're selling goods on Pinterest or something like that? Are you selling something? And spend your time on whatever it is that pays you. Is it promoting your product, or is it actually making your product, or, is it behind the scenes? Because we all do different things. So that's the first thing. So what I do is every Sunday night, after my kids go to bed, I take 15 minutes. So this is a habit. And if you don't do this part, for me, the rest of the week did not go well. I had to take on this first part of taking 15 minutes out of my week. And what I did, and a lot of times it didn't even take me 15 minutes. What I would do in those 15 minutes is I would look at, first of all, just glance at what I wanted to do in the next week. So look at my schedule. What did I have to do? What activities did the kids have? And just look at an overall view of the week. I use Google Calendar, and I have 3 different calendars for different things, but they're all linked together. So I am able to look at my whole week in one view, which is super helpful. And so the first thing you want to do is look at your whole week and figure out what pockets of time you are going to be able to work on your business and block that in. So let's say, for instance, on Monday, my kids might have a park day. And so during that time, of course, I'm not going to be, working on my business at that time, unless I meet some new friends. but that is a time that, I want to space out for my kids. Well, the next day, it might look completely different as a mom. I may have, one of my kids going to soccer or Boy Scouts or whatever it is. So each day for me looks different. So I have to take a look at each day and specifically block out a time. And now you may be asking me, but what happens if my time is blocked during nap time and my child doesn't nap that day, or, you know, some kind of life happens. Well, I want to tell you this, the next step I'm going to go over with you is critical as well, and super easy to implement, because it's going to add a layer of flexibility in your home life so that if you do have something happen, you have a backup plan. And let me tell you, I do it all the time, because I think for moms, especially moms with little kids, it's gonna be hard. My kids are even a little bit older, and it's hard to stick to the same exact schedule every single day. But I do have a plan every single day, and I do get it done on most days. So the next thing you're going to do after you've mapped out what times during the week you're going to be able to work, I pull out a good old-fashioned piece of paper. Now, if you use your phone, I use this too. If you use your phone and you have something, you know, some kind of app you use, to-do list or anything, whatever it is you use to help you, this is the thing that you need to do next. And that is whatever those money-making activities that you have already figured out, you make your list. 80% of your time on Monday should be spent on whatever those money-making activities are. And then after that, then you will have time to spend on reorganizing your desk, whatever that is, that comes next, that you put that last. So the first thing on your list should be those money-making activities. And then that empowers you, having this list. So let's say on Monday you scheduled to work your business from 1 to 3 o'clock during nap time, but little Johnny doesn't sleep, he's got a cold, he's sick, and you just can't do it. Well, there's a couple of things you can do if in that case that could help you. One, you can just simply wait till your husband gets home and do it later. Sometimes if I have a day like that, in particular, you know, somebody's sick or things don't go well, it may not be the best time for me to reach out and work on my business that day. And so what I would do in that sense is I would look at my schedule and figure out when I can make it up. When can I make it up in the rest of the week? I might have to do it Saturday morning, or I might just add a half hour on a couple of other days and work it that way. So this gives you some flexibility, also gives you the ability to work. And when you have that list in your hand, you can do it in stolen moments. It doesn't have to be a chunk of 2 hours or whatever time that you have determined that that you need to spend to build your business. It doesn't have to be all in one chunk. Sometimes life happens. Sometimes, and this is what I do, I work my business early in the morning before my kids are up. And those are the things, I do the things that I message people, and those are the times that I spend on things that it doesn't matter if people are awake yet. And then I come back in the afternoon after things are wrapped up, or maybe even in the evening, and I finish up. And that's when I'm making my live contacts with people when everybody is awake. And that's how I finish up. So mine are done in split pockets. So just want to keep that in mind, that you need to be flexible. But when you have that to-do list, when you have that list in your hand, it's absolutely going to empower you and keep you on track. So the last thing that I want to say, the last step in planning my week is super simple. At the end of each day, I make my list for the next day. It takes 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, 5 minutes of, okay, who am I going to reach out to? Or who do I need to, what task do I have for the next day that I need to do that's going to be a priority? And I do that every day. So I start with Sunday night planning for Monday, and then Tuesday I do Wednesdays, and so on. And that has really helped me. It also gives me a lot of flexibility, because with what I do, I have to connect to a lot of people and talk to a lot of people. And it helps me keep things fresh. It helps me, if I accidentally run into somebody, I'd say accidentally, but if I'm out and about and I run into a new person that's really interested in what I do, if I had already planned who I was going to talk to through the week, then that would add more to my list. So this gives me some flexibility and saving my time. So I put these things together for you because I know there's probably a lot of other moms that struggle with how to plan your time out well so that you can still do your business. But really the key thing is just 15 minutes Sunday night and then 5 minutes at the end before you shut down, whatever time of day that is. 5 minutes to plan the following day. You do that and do it consistently, it will change the course of your business, especially if you've had a hard time with planning and sticking to it and being consistent. So one last thing I want to say is go to my website. I have a free resource for you, KimberlyLeving.com, and I have put together a mompreneur guidebook. It's called 7 Time-Saving Tips that let you rock the mom thing while building your business. And I put this together because it's going to help you even more. It's a little more specific. It's going to help you with where you're spending your time and some other time-saving tips. So maybe the spending 2 hours a day sounds overwhelming to you and you think, Kimberly, how on earth am I going to have time to do this? Well, go get that guide, because it's going to help you identify things that maybe you need to let go of. So anyway, thank you so much. KimberlyLeving.com. See you next time.